Hey, what's up, everyone? Hopefully everything is working here. But so I was at this wedding and had just finished up shooting at this park in Connecticut called Elizabeth Park. And on my way to the car, I caught these two girls having having a picnic, and I was like, "Yo, hey!" I walked up to them and said, "Hey, can I shoot with you guys?" And they, sure enough, agreed. So let me see if I can get for my own YouTube and stuff. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And what's the relationship here? You guys friends, best friends? Yes. Okay. Hopefully. All right. You're just like I'm just making sure. You know, we gotta ask these days.
Yes, we're friends.
Okay. It's just. Are you good friends? Like best friends?
We just met.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's a developing relationship.
Like the last few weeks we've been friends.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So a couple more here. 3, 2, 1. All right, beautiful. You want to stand up for one? And I want you in this light because this light is so beautiful. I'm gonna change lens real quick before somebody steals my bag. All right, so again, guys, this was a quick shoot, and this was on, I have the Insta360 RS. I guess it's kind of old now. I've had it for like a couple years, and so it's attached to the top of my camera, and so that's what. So sorry for this shaky footage. It is what it is, but I found this was the kind of the best way to capture like BTS and stuff like that. Yeah, both of you. And of course, I just approached these girls out of the blue. To get closer. And they were kind of uncomfortable, like a little uncomfortable with each other, I found. But, whatever. I don't really care. Beautiful. One more. Love. 3, 2, 1. All right. And a couple more. Let me get like one with each of you by yourselves, and then I'll have to go. Yeah. Oh, it's your birthday?
Yeah.
It's her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, this is my birthday picture.
That's awesome. All right, so go ahead and face. Actually,
Yes.
yeah, step over a little bit more.
You got a little. I'm gonna like take lint out of your hair.
Okay. What is it like? Feather. So have your body facing directly that way, and then you're gonna bring your face back now towards me. Exactly, and just kind of rest this hand right there, kind of tilt forward a little bit, and then work your shoulder like that towards me. There we go. All right, so the video goes sideways right here, so I'm probably gonna cut it. So let's take a look at some of the images actually from that shoot. Let's see. I'm gonna stop this. Desktop only. This is my first time doing it like this, guys, so I apologize for if it's a little rocky, but it is what it is. I just want to bring up that content. And so yeah, these are some of the images from what we shot. Where's the group one? Hold up. Am I missing a few? Street photography. And Elizabeth Park. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot to import a couple of them. All right, so here's some of the JPEGs. Yo, JPEGs don't look bad, man. I'm gonna need y'all to stop hating on JPEGs real quick. Let's go form audio. Yeah. Yeah, let's not hit on JPEGs. All right, so these are some of the. I'm gonna actually just select a few of these. I like this one. This one maybe? That one maybe? No, I prefer the head back. Okay. You know, the crazy thing is one of the things I have to practice, I like this one. And so that is 46 and 51. 46 and 51. So one of the things I have to practice is actually giving directions. That's one of the hardest things, is giving directions effectively and giving directions. Can I just drag it? Yeah, there we go. Oh shoot, that's JPEG. I don't want that. Let's go to the raw. Oh shoot, what? I'm missing the raw files. All right, well, forget it. I'll have to go find that later. All right, so here are some of the single shots, and I'll probably edit the JPEGs right off the bat. I won't even bother with the raw processing. So 61, I think I like this one. From her singles, or like this one. All right, so I'm using Capture One, and I'm gonna put a star on that one, and I actually do like this one also. Let's see, out of these, let me see if I can find two. I like that. And I want to find one that might be a little bit difficult to edit. Now I have a short, wait, what? I just upgraded, so I'm not terribly proficient. And I actually like these two. Out of these two though, I think I like this one better. All right, hold on, let me pull up the chat real quick. I think, oh, I think to the right. Okay, there we go. All right, great. Sorry, I had to get the chat up. So let me also get a webcam here. There we go. Now we looking right. All right, so I'm gonna I want to work on a few of these images real quick. I don't have that much time because I have a meeting later on today, but I want to definitely edit something before I go. I think I had liked this one and this one. All right, so one of the issues, I was shooting completely backlit, right? And I don't think I had my sun visor on, or my what do you call that thing? The sun hood, the lens hood. I didn't have it on, and so I was getting a lot of like lens flare, and that's why the images look a little hazy. So let's see. Let me see, out of these two, you know what, I think I like this one better. And so what I've been doing, guys, is during, let's do rating. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. I'm gonna actually do a speed edit on these. Whoops. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Okay, we're still good. I opened up FaceTime by mistake. All right, so I'm gonna do a speed edit on these. Let's see what we have going on here first. I think I'm gonna go for kind of really bright, this bright and airy kind of feel, right? Even though it's not really my vibe, it's not really my thing, but I think that's what I want to do. The contrast is already pretty much dropped on this, but I'm gonna go for dehaze. I'm gonna see if I can clear up some of this like white filmy look I'm gonna just push that up a little bit, and that does a fantastic job. Look at that. Hey. All right, so pushed up the dehaze. And again, I didn't edit any of these beforehand, so this is my first time kind of looking at it. So I'm gonna pull up the exposure, make it a little bit brighter, and I'm gonna drop the desaturation by just a little bit. Okay, I'm also gonna drop the contrast. Let me see how well that looks. No, I like the contrast a little bit up more. I'm gonna drop the desaturation to right there and push the contrast. I'm gonna also push the brightness. The brightness slider on Capture One, I find it brightens the midtones, right? I'm gonna push up the shadows a little bit more. I'm gonna push up the blacks a little bit. I'm gonna drop the highlights a little bit. Yep. I'm gonna take the whites down. I'm liking that. I'm feeling it. All right. Let's go to color real quick. I'm actually gonna go color editor, and I'm gonna take the greens down. I'm gonna take it down just a tad, or desaturate it, sorry. Let me see if I drop the brightness. Nope, I'm not liking the way that's looking. I'm gonna push the brightness of the greens a little bit. Let me see if nope, that's not my vibe. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. So it's a little bit warmer tones. Let me see if I push it the other way, what that looks like. That's more contrasts. You know what? It's okay right there. Okay, I kind of cropped this in camera, but the horizon is bothering me a little bit. The horizon, because it's slanted. She doesn't seem slanted, but for some reason the horizon seems slanted. And two, the park isn't completely flat either. And so, yeah, it's still bothering me though. It's a little strange. But either way, yeah, I think that's a really great start to this kind of bright and airy image. So I'm gonna hit, actually, let me also do skin tones. And let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna just work on her skin tone a little bit. I can now see that there's a little bit of green from the grass, bounce back from the grass that's hitting her skin tone. Yeah, her skin color. And I want to even out some of that skin tone a little bit. Now she has a bit of acne on her arms and face and stuff like that. So we're gonna address that in Photoshop. I'm gonna bring the hue uniformity up, saturation up just a tad, and I'm gonna bring the lightness up a whole bunch. Let me take this off and see how it looks. Okay, now let's do a before. That's before. Oh my gosh, that's a huge difference. Before and after, before, after, before, after, before, after. That is such a huge difference. All right, very cool. I really like editing. Editing is too much fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually let's continue with the skin real quick. I'm gonna go into the advanced tab over here on the color editor. I'm gonna go ahead and select somewhere on her cheek again and just see what we got. Okay. And I'm actually gonna, on this one, I'm gonna drop the brightness, the lightness, they call it lightness on here. It's just to kind of bring a little bit more richness into her skin tone. And let me see if I, yeah, saturation looks good right there. So +4 in saturation. I dropped the lightness on there to kind of add a little bit more richness to her skin. And that's what we got. Let me pull up this thing one more time. Okay, great. So that is looking fantastic. I'm gonna hit copy and let's paste it over and see what happens. Oh, that looks good. All right, one more, just one more, paste over. Nice, I'm loving it, I'm feeling it. So like before, it's just a little hazy, no contrast. The green is really bright. And then after we kind of dropped the greens a little bit, desaturated it, brightened it up just a tad, stuff like that. So that looks really good for this kind of bright and airy. That's as bright and airy as I'm gonna go. Hey, Terry, how you doing, sir? Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. Drop a like while you're at it. I appreciate that, guy. Thank you so much. All right, so that's the before and after. All right, I'm gonna hit Photoshop real quick. So let's edit. Now this is gonna be primarily for Instagram. It's not going on my website or anything like that. So I'm gonna just do resolution at 72, scale at 80, and then 2 because my computer's been on that struggle lately, and so I'm not trying to have it like freak out on me, right? And so yeah, let's go through the workflow. That was it for capture 1, and I'm gonna create a new layer first. Okay, so let's see. Her hair is kind of all over the place, so we're gonna address that first actually. So I'm gonna create another layer here. Let's go to liquify, and we're gonna mess with this hair a little bit. I love this technique for messing with hair, by the way. So I'm gonna just, hopefully I remember. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully I remember how to do it. All right. I'm gonna just bring everything in. I'm gonna completely wreck this image. You can't have your subjects see you edit, or else they'll freak out. They're like, "What are you doing to me?" Here we go. So I'm bringing, the main objective here is to bring the hair, all the flyaways. I'm bringing them in, but I'm also trying to preserve what's happening in the background as much as I can. Most everything is blurry anyways. All right, so let's hit, I'm gonna use my, where's my pen? Oh shoot. See, man. The pen for my Wacom. All right, well, this is gonna be with the mouse. That's what we're gonna have to do. All right, so after I do the liquify here, I'm going to, oh, that really sucks. Okay, so maybe I wasn't fully prepared to go live. All right, whatever. I'm gonna use the mouse. I haven't used the mouse in a long time to edit, so so I put a mask on it and then turn the mask invisible. Now I'm gonna take a brush. I'm probably gonna push it up to like 25 with the flow, and I'm just gonna paint it in. Let's make that size a little bit less and increase the hardness a little bit. So now I'll paint in the hair, or make the hair disappear. Right, so that kind of helps get rid of some of the flyaways here. It's gonna have to take like a billion years to to edit hair out and get rid of the flyaways. There we go. So nice little quick cleanup right there. So that's the before, that's the after, before, after. And I'm gonna flatten this, and while I'm at it, I'm going to clean up some of the background. So I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna do, let me see what the content aware fill does. Let's take out the hair real quick. You can take that out. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Okay, I'm gonna add a layer mask to it, and I'm just gonna soften it up a little bit. Remove the hardness. And I kind of don't like what's going on here. That's one thing. There's no sharp lines in nature, right? So let's. So anything that looks like a straight line is gonna be weird. There's no sharp lines in nature. All right, there we go. So let's flatten that one more time and create a new layer. Let us frequency separate, because we love frequency separation. Let's go really close down to the pore level here, so you can kind of see her pores. And so if you zoom in a little closer, I'm gonna reduce it all the way, and as soon as our pores kind of disappear, then we know we good, we Gucci right there. So that's 7. I'm moving relatively fast here. All right, so I'm gonna take, oh, that's so annoying. I need my pen for this. This is gonna go a lot slower. Hold up, guys, hold up. Okay, no pen. All right, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a shortcut. Let's use the lasso tool, and I'm gonna just take the lasso tool and do that. I'm gonna go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I'm gonna do it this way instead. We had like 7, I think. So I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna use 7 on the Gaussian blur. Hit OK. And this is a perfectly valid way of doing this. It's just when I do it this way, I still have to go back and let's see, filter. So I'm gonna use Control that and F to redo it. There we go. This is actually kind of quicker, but oh man. And do the side of the nose here. Oh my gosh, it feels so awkward using the mouse to do this. Okay, now on her arm. There's some issues here on her arm. And over here. Yeah, let's see. Let's turn this back on. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, so I'm gonna clean up some of the blemishes now, and then I'm gonna go back and dodge and burn. So let's do that. So I'm gonna use the stamp tool. I have the flow on 25, and so let's clean up some of this stuff that's bugging me like crazy. Oops, that doesn't look good. Nice. I'm gonna put on some music real quick. Let's see, browse music. And I'm gonna do some of y'all might not like this, but let me see what this sounds like. Jazz. Oh man. Let's not do that. I want some R&B. I want something smooth. It's kind of where I'm at right now.
To stick around, definitely not for too long. But boy, that made me wanna write this song. That okay is hard to say. Apparently
All right, skip the music. Not my jam. All right, let's go. Let's just keep editing here. Let's keep editing. Cool. Skipping the music. All right. Sweet. Now this actually gives me something to work on here. So I'm gonna look at the, okay, so the color here isn't completely smoothed out. Now there's a couple ways of doing this. We could either take a paintbrush and start painting on the color we want, or we can use the mixer brush. I'm actually gonna try the mixer. Oops, what is that? Okay. Oh, you're kidding me. Scratch disk is full, bro. See, this is the issue, man. Let me see what I can close. Maybe that will help. I'm gonna close capture one. All right, again. Okay, all right, better. I'm gonna probably switch back to my PC, honestly. I don't know, as updates come, like, I don't know. I got a bunch of reviews on, like, I saw a bunch of reviews on the Mac M1. And honestly, at first I got the base model, which is probably what I shouldn't have done, right? But the other models are kind of pricey. And so I got the base model, and it worked great for a while. and now it's not so much. And honestly, I generally just use my computers and stuff like that for photos and editing photos and doing videos and stuff like that. So there's not much I do on here that's like, you know, I don't play games on this computer or anything. So I don't see why it should like slow down and create more issues. But alas, that's what it does, and it doesn't stay. And now I am less impressed with this computer than when I first got it. Now for video editing and for that stuff where I have to, and the export time is still really good. I can export just like a huge 45-minute video in about like 10 minutes, depending on the settings and whatnot. But I've done like 4K video in like 20 minutes. I've done a 1080p video export 45 minutes in about 21 minutes, somewhere around there. And so okay. All right, sweet. That looks really good. I mean, for a mouse, you know, it's not bad. All right, so let's go dodge and burn real quick. Dodge and burn. All right, I'm gonna turn that off again. I'm gonna turn on the dodge layer. Or I'm gonna turn off the texture layer so I can see more clearly what I am doing. Go to brush. I'm gonna do 4% on the flow, and I'm gonna just start editing in here. Whoop. I'm like, wait, it's not doing anything. Yeah, make sure you have. Okay, that's coming out not bad here. I'm not gonna go super deep on this. I'm not really working with my. Really, the micro dodge and burning is just corrective measures, right? To kind of correct some skin inconsistencies and whatnot. And so that's what we doing. We're correcting. So right here you see this kind of highlight that's right here on her cheek, but then there's a bunch of like blotchiness inside the highlight, and that's not supposed to be there. So I am clearing that up. And right here on the side of her chin. Oh my gosh. This is really awkward with a mouse. I think what I usually do is with my Wacom pen, I put it in my ear, you know, just like an old habit I've had for forever. So I put it in my ear, and I think when I left the studio last night, I literally walked out with it. So it's like at home, and I forgot that I had done that, and now I don't have it, and that's annoying. Okay, this is not a perfect edit, but it's not bad at all either. All right, so this is before, this is after, before, and after. So it's not completely smoothed out, which I generally don't like. It looks weird when I smooth things out, in my opinion. And so I'm not gonna smooth her out like that. Now, let's do a stamp visible layer. I'm gonna go skin tone on this one. I'll work on her skin some more, the color of her skin. And so I'm gonna go camera raw. And I'm gonna, on the orange, I'm gonna drop the orange a little bit. Now, one trend that I've been seeing a lot is people dropping not the red, the saturation on the red, I think. Oh, I guess she doesn't have that much red in her skin tone. That's interesting. With saturation on the orange, maybe even on the yellow, and you can bring down the. I'm just testing it out here. But like people who are dark skinned or probably a bit darker toned than she is, they'll actually like drop it. I'll have to show you an example. But I'm not doing that today. I was just seeing how it looks. Okay, so luminosity, I'm gonna drop the orange a little bit. I'm gonna drop some of the yellow also. Yeah. And the saturation. The thing is, whenever you're going from a high luminosity and you're dropping it, it's gonna actually cause the saturation is actually gonna go up, I find. So then in order to kind of even it out, drop in the saturation every time you lower every time you lower the brightness. Also consider drop in saturation. Drop the saturation on the reds a little bit. Now, dropping the luminosity on the red is actually affecting her dress, and I like it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, very cool. Hit OK. And so now, before, after, before, after. Now, generally, I would go back. It would kind of take away the highlights, but her face is shiny and it has a lot of highlights anyways. It retained a lot, so I'm not even going to bother mess with the highlights. I think it will be kind of overkill to add more highlights to her. So I'm going to add a contrast. Add some more contrast. You know, black people, we like contrast. And I'm going to add that in slowly and see how that looks. All right, I like 30. 30 is nice. That's nice. Hello. And what else am I going to do here? Let me see if a face focus would work. I think I'm going to keep the image really clean. I'm not going to add any noise or anything like that. But I'm going to see if I can just focus, add a little bit more focus to her face. So I'm going to paint this in. I'm going to run a face focus action. And so let's look at the difference. It looks really subtle, but that's the difference. It just kind of brings down everything else so that her face is like the brighter thing inside the image. I'm going to take it down a little bit because that can make her face look a little white. Right there to 17. Let me see if I darken everything else around her. Yep, I'm feeling it. You know, I think that's it. I believe that is it. Really great people off YouTube. So let's look at the before and after. Honestly, if I had my pen for this Wacom tablet, it would have been, I think it would have looked better. It would have looked more clean, especially the spots on her arms. It's just really hard doing this with a mouse. All right, so that's before again. That's after. And so yeah, I think that will be it. It's webcam only. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching another editing video here on my YouTube channel. This is, again, I went live to kind of bring you guys this. And so if you like this content, if you learned something, if you picked something up, definitely, drop me a comment. If there's something I could do better that you saw, then drop me a comment. And but otherwise, like and subscribe. Just, do the thing, man. Follow me along. Help me build this YouTube career and situation. I got great content coming up. Once my weddings kind of calm down a little bit, I'm going to be able to edit my short film. I finished all the filming, and I need to edit it, and but I have other client work to do, so that's why you're seeing this. And again, this shoot came after I had finished the portrait session with the one of my wedding clients. I saw these two girls having a picnic, and I was like, hey, can I shoot you? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. And then it was her birthday on top of it. So anyways, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Peace.